even fulfilled, and you get a dose of fiber. That's how it works. I'm Dina Santafanti.
The Edge at 11 starts now.
Tonight on The Edge, a jury finds a man guilty in the 2021 murder of a Van Buren Township woman and her daughter. Now the father of the 14-year-old victim is speaking out. Let's get live to Fox News' Dave Spencer, who spoke with him about how the crime and search for justice has changed his life. Dave.
It certainly has. It all really came to an end here on just a few days ago on Halloween, October 31st. That's when a jury determined that a murderer of 2 innocent lives came from somebody who was wearing a GPS tether from a different crime committed decades ago. Let's break this all down for you. In the mid-90s, Lionel Vincent was found guilty of rape and kidnapping and sentenced to 20 to 40 years. Now flash forward to 2021. Vincent is on parole for that crime, wearing a GPS monitor when he comes into the lives of Yoshanda Snipes and her daughter, Dakara Leatherberry. In July of 2021, Vincent stabs both Yoshanda and her 14-year-old daughter to death. Their bodies found in their Belleville Point apartments in Van Buren Township. Now, despite being the prime suspect all that time, it would take 4 years before that murder case would go to trial. But on October 31st, a juror came back with a verdict, guilty of 2 counts of first-degree murder. The father of the 14-year-old victim says he's never even heard of Lionel Vincent prior to his arrest and suspects that he used fear and intimidation to keep both victims quiet about his past. And now that this chapter in his life is coming to a close, he offers some advice for other people.
I would tell people out here, women or single moms out here, if you're in that situation, you gotta tell somebody. Tell somebody, at least somebody would know. Somebody, a close friend or close relative, that at least they know.
Yes.
You know, the situation might get fixed later or not, but knowing and finding out that that guy had a history of doing this, you know, that's something that I'm still healing now.
Yeah, and the final page of this chapter will come to a close on November 24th when Vincent is formally sentenced. Reporting live tonight in Detroit, Dave Spencer on The Edge.
What an important cautionary tale as you bring up kind of the past and what this father said. But it's important to note that oftentimes people are afraid to tell people who are closest to them because there's a fear that they may not believe them. But there are places out there like Haven that can help people and help people who are in these situations right now.
Yeah, if they're in those abusive relationships, you're right. They do a lot to keep those people quiet, from not reaching out, from not getting help. And you don't want to see something end like this. And a lot of times in these cases, you don't even see the justice that's reached at the end here, even though it did take 4 years.
Yeah, good point here. Dave Spencer for us live tonight. Thank you. Take you out to Wyandotte tonight. The school district announcing the closure of Wilson Middle School tomorrow. This includes all after-school sports and activities. The closure comes due to a possible norovirus outbreak. Superintendent James Anderson says several students reported feeling sick around lunchtime. Families are advised to check Parent Square for any updates. A huge clash in Dearborn to tell you about today of both religious and cultural views. An alt-right group shows up to condemn Islam and comes face-to-face with a large group of Muslim activists trying to promote peace. Fox News' Dave Kinchin was there for it all and joins us live. Dave.
Yeah, Rube, there were about 3 or so demonstrations really taking place across Dearborn in the downtown area where we are now, and by City Hall. At times there were skirmishes, you could call them, some fists being thrown and some yelling of one form or another, a lot that made it pretty dramatic at times. Take a look. Now, the heated exchanges and clashes, shouting matches galore took place across downtown Dearborn and City Hall, with far-right activists making critical statements of Islam and Muslim protesters not taking any of it lightly and speaking up in defense of their faith and culture. One right-wing organizer's social media page called it a Christian crusade on Dearborn, but it was filled with anti-Islamic rhetoric. Meantime, Republican candidate for governor and truck driver Anthony Hudson was praised by Care Michigan for having what it called a change of heart after initially planning to expose aspects of Dearborn for, quote, what it is. He backed off of those comments and apologized. Still, things got pretty tense, as you can see here, with again about 3 demonstrations led by multiple organizers taking place throughout the day.
We want you out. They're coming here giving us nothing but hatred. You could tell with the violence they do. We love them, as Allah tells us, be merciful to all people.
Now, the Dearborn Police Department did say earlier tonight that they were aware of minor incidents that took place throughout the day. Police really did advise the general public to not engage with any of those demonstrations. Meantime, it was the Dearborn Area Interfaith Network that sent a message out to the community, urging people to show how diverse the community is and how people are coming together to show Dearborn as being a place that works in cooperation and has a place for everybody, no matter the background. Reporting live in Dearborn, Dave Kinchin on The Edge.
Well, Dave, I mean, you're from this area. We both covered Dearborn. Everyone who's watching, for the most part, understands that Christians and Muslims in Dearborn get along pretty well, and it doesn't take out-of-towners or protesters to try to point out a problem that doesn't exist.
Yeah, one of these protesters, one of these demonstration leaders coming from Florida, and apparently not getting that message, because we did see strong shows of unity throughout this entire thing. There were people of multiple backgrounds observing and condemning what they called the hate speech, so that was definitely a clear message tonight.
We have a pretty diverse, peaceful place where people live together without a problem, and so let's just go back to that, I guess, right? Dave Kinchin for us live tonight.
Yep.
Thank you. All right, you know what? It's not Christmas, and that's definitely not snow. Check this out. Hail coming down in Glendale, Arizona. An unexpected pop storm hitting the area with strong wind whipping the hail across one man's backyard. No hail in our forecast here, but we did see a few sprinkles of rain today. Weather 30 Stephanie Mead, what was the word that we talked about? It was grapple?
Yes, it is
what
grapple.
What is grapple? Is it a real word?
It is real. This is a real thing.
If I looked it up, it's a real thing. What is it?
It is a real thing. It's very similar to hail, but it's a lot smaller and it's a lot softer too. So it's almost, people confuse it a lot with sleet.
Was that grapple we saw in Arizona?
That was hail. Usually hail is with thunderstorms, and they did see that out in Arizona. For us here, we saw more of the winter precip, and that did include grapple for parts. It included snow, a little bit of rain too. So we got a mixed bag here across the state today. Temps are in the 30s now, so there has not been a huge drop-off in temperatures, and I don't think that's going to happen overnight. Most of us are going to remain above freezing. 37 in the city, 33 Muskegon, still in the low 40s in Chicago and into Iowa. That's a little foreshadowing of what we'll see moving forward. Not a whole lot going on across the state, which is great. Most of the active weather south of us right now and continuing to move east. Our numbers tonight will hold steady in the mid-30s. They're going to continue to fall, though, for spots. I think a lot of us butting up against freezing, but a lot of us, too, are going to rebound quickly tomorrow morning. So by 10, I think we're already in the upper 30s to lower 40s. Your bus stop forecast, though, still looking cold. You will need those layers stepping out the door. Mid-30s. We will see more sunshine to start off your day tomorrow, and we're headed closer to seasonal. We'll fall just short tomorrow afternoon at 45, low 50s Thursday. There is that opportunity for an isolated late shower, but we do manage to see a lot of dry time. And then by Friday, we're in the middle 50s. It's going to feel really, really nice with a mild pattern overhead, and this is going to be a prolonged pattern for us here. And as we head into next week, potentially for Thanksgiving itself, we could see a really nice day too outside of our rain chance. Other than that, the extended looks quiet. We have a lot of dry time. Temps will be mild in the low to middle 50s through the end of the week, and potentially 50s heading into this upcoming weekend. Rope.
All right,
Today you can make such a big impact. You can help our hungry neighbors. It's Double Your Donation Day. It is always one of my favorite times of the year because we can give back and help so many people in our community. $1 equals 6 meals. That is all thanks to Ford Philanthropy. That's where these guys come in. Hassan, I'm going to start with you. You're with Ford Philanthropy.
Yes.
What does this partnership with Gleaners mean to you?
You know, this partnership is really important to us. It's foundational, quite frankly. Giving back has always been part of our DNA at Ford. For over 120 years, we've been giving back to the community, and we do this work day in and day out. This is just a great opportunity for us to really showcase this work around a time where folks are in need, and it's a great time to celebrate.
We were talking a little bit earlier. This is something that impacted your family at one time.
Yes, absolutely. You know, I grew up in a household with a single mom who quite often needed food assistance, and you know, so I understand kind of that need, and this is just really great and personal for me to be able to spend my career kind of giving back in that way.
Yeah, and you can scan that QR code right now to give back. I'm going to bring in Dennis. You are with Ford Volunteer Corps.
That's right.
What is that all about? Why is it so important to give back?
Yes, so the Ford Volunteer Corps is Ford Motor Company's way of mobilizing our employees to give back. So all of the employees at Ford are encouraged to get out in the community and volunteer through the Ford Volunteer Corps. I've been part of it myself since its founding 20 years ago.
Wow.
And it's been fantastic to see all the different ways we can really make an impact.
And you gave back with a food drive. What was it, a couple of weeks ago? Talk to me about that experience.
Yeah, sure. We were distributing food and just watching the line of cars that seemed to never end needing that assistance, especially this time of year, like Hassan said. I mean, it's just so great to be able to give back.
And remember, you can make such a big difference right now. All you have to do is scan that QR code. You see it right there on your screen for Gleaners Double Your Donation Day. In Taylor, I'm Erica Francis, Fox 2 News.
All right, good stuff. Well, have influencers gone too far? Coming up, what one popular YouTube star did that landed him in cuffs right in the middle of a Florida intersection when we come back.